Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter. Another day, another garden project starting. Right, Dan, do you want to explain what's happening right now?
Well, the same that was happening 3 months ago and then 6 months ago.
Yeah, the whole Manon de Source Jean de Florette storyline has come back.
Trying to get the water sorted to the garden.
We've lost pressure again. We've got it back and now we've lost it. So this is it. We've just said...
It's getting really imminent now, yes.
So we're going to replace the whole pipe from the cistern all the way to the vegetable garden. Now, the cistern is at the top of that field over there. And the garden is over there. This is going to be one heck of a long pipe.
Yeah.
So Matt is going to bring the digger, and we've got a road in the way as well, but we think we've got a way of getting under that without digging it up.
Yeah, hopefully we can use the old pipe.
Yeah, just for that bit.
It was all right over winter, and now it's just gone right down again.
And so this is
the only point outside of the chateau we know the cistern comes to. We turned this off, went to all the taps in the garden, they didn't work, turned it on, they all worked. So the first tap in the system is by Selmar's camper van.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, it goes from here to there somehow.
Okay. So the idea is to dig this open and see where it's going.
Yeah, and the cistern's just behind the highest point in the corner of that field.
Okay.
Over there. And comes downhill.
Farmer a lot, just a quick trench.
But if that old pipe goes under there or under there, we've at least got a point in the road where we can feed it through, haven't we? Whether it's there or there.
So I think that this pipe was put in long before this became a tarmacked road, because this was only after the 60s and this is a much older pipe.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't have worried about the shortest point across the road.
No.
So I guess expose that, see where the pipe goes, but in the meantime we can dig a trench there.
That's not an issue. Straight to there is not a problem.
Across this field then.
Yeah, I would probably think about going straight across there.
And then into the garden.
Through the trees, to the middle of your garden, keeping it all square so you know where it is. And then taking it through those gates.
But hang on, don't you run uphill from that field?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
You're the system's higher.
Yeah, whatever way you're running up. Because if you look, it's the same size hill from here to there as it would be from over there.
Well, we have all of the height points now because we've got the new survey that's arrived.
Yeah.
So we can have a look at that.
But going under the road over there would be better for us.
Yeah.
Than digging up any of this. Then we can just go through the road. But it's not, no tarmac.
How do we get over this road? And we've got to cross the road twice if we go over there. Whereas if we go over here, we only cross the road once.
Yeah, but a massive bit.
The road is the same width at every point.
Okay, so you want to come through here and then where?
No, I didn't want to come through there. I wanted to come down the side here.
Yeah.
And just cross that bit there and then kink round there.
And then it's going to be shown on your... We're either got to dig up the bridge.
Oh yeah, the bridge. Mind you, we've got problems either way, haven't we?
No, that there we haven't. We could even take it through. We could even go further down and come straight through your garden.
Yeah. Okay, well, exciting. I thought, you know, that the whole water thing was an issue. Yeah, it was over, but no, thank goodness we get to faff around with water a bit longer.
Yeah.
We've gone back to people standing stock still, staring with a confused look on their face at fields.
Or you come down there, across that bit of the road. You've already got an existing pipe going underneath feeding your waterfall.
That's true.
Feeding that lake.
Could we go under that?
Maybe you could come through there, but then it just means how you're going to get from there to up here without destroying your whole garden.
Run it along the wall of the moat.
all we have to do is a little bit of digging there, and then all this is...
Yeah, this is all free, basically.
And then we come out, we've got a manifold here, then you've got an outside tap there.
Yeah, we could have a tap here, yeah, to water these beds.
You could have one in wherever you want. You could have one over there.
Ooh, we get water to that side of the garden. Woohoo! Fancy. Matt has just noticed that we have a little overflow from the stream on the other side of the road, and he thinks he's found a pipe going under.
You have, you've got one here.
So you just need to get to that, bring it into here, run it all the way along our moat. So we don't need to do any digging until the other end of the moat. Great.
We'll bring it all the way to here, and then we'll try and do it discreetly through here.
Well, this was a really good brainstorming session. Straight down the field this way. Across here, under the road by using the existing opening that goes into the moat, then all the way along the moat, then into the garden on the other side. Well, you just reduced the digging by...
Damn!
I know, right? What were you thinking, Matt?
Quote's getting cheaper and cheaper. I reckon we should just lay the pipe on top of the ground now.
Okay, Matt, you can pay us. Ian? What's happening?
Hello.
Hello.
Don't worry, I'm not going to jump.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll get better, Ian. Step back inside the building.
I haven't punched a hole in your ceiling. It's a Velux window which I've taken out.
Nice. You're raising the mast.
When it was lower down, the rooftops was cutting out some of the signal.
Yeah.
So it made it more reliable. So hopefully it's not too much, from a visibility point of view down there. It should blend in.
Oh, it looks great. Honestly, you can't notice it, so I'm looking straight at it right now. But it's not bad, and more to the point, it's temporary in the sense that in 100 years it's not going to be there anymore. And in the meantime, it's giving us the most incredible Wi-Fi. We can all watch Netflix simultaneously. Fantastic, Ian. Thanks. Well, I walked into the kitchen, and this is a very beautiful sight to be greeted by. It's your day off today.
Yes,
And what are you making?
mini pasta frolas.
Pasta frolas.
Yes, actually I think it's from Italy.
Ooh, it looks really good.
Queen's pie.
Oh, I love it. Natty, they are so gorgeous.
I think they're supposed to be kind of like that. I don't know.
Oh, this is a good sight to walk into the kitchen too.
Like that. Well, it's not perfect.
It's super pretty.
Let's hope it's super yummy too.
I'm sure it will be. How long till we're allowed to eat them?
Well, it's half an hour in the oven, and then we need to start.
Wait
Wait a little bit for getting cold, huh? Otherwise...
So you think about 45 minutes, 1 hour?
1 hour is
1 hour.
Yeah, when I came back from running, I will take one for you, and if you're going to
Really? Oh yeah, I'll be in my room.
tea and
Thanks so much. Oh, don't worry, I've got the tea upstairs, but I would very much appreciate a little cake.
all right,
I can't believe you're going running.
of course.
At least you'll have a good excuse to eat one, I won't.
Exactly, otherwise I cannot.
It's a pretty exciting meeting I'm having right now with Steve hanging out on the rug.
Yep.
Because Steve is going to be digitising all of the tile designs that my father made for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is wildly exciting. I mean, this has literally been 15 years in the making, because he started designing this almost as soon as we came to the chateau, before we had the fountain, and obviously died whilst he was working on it.
Yeah.
And the reason I haven't had this done before is that artistically, it's quite hard to know how to do it. Because my father hadn't finished. He was halfway through his artistic process of living with it for a long time. He would work on his paintings for sometimes years. He was extremely meticulous.
I do the same.
Yeah?
Admittedly,
You
yeah.
keep reworking.
I tend to put it in the living room and have it sat there, and I keep looking and looking and looking, and then going back to the canvas and go, okay, that needs to change that. Yeah, I do
that
the
is
same
exactly what he did. So we lived with all of these little bits of paper. That's why they're stained. These lived in the kitchen, stuck behind the cooker for years.
Wow.
And then he would fiddle and add more and work on them.
Glad they survived.
Yeah. So we kept all of them, and he started off with simple line sketches. So here we have a monk. So we have this as a starting point, but after that, Daddy started shading some of them in an experiment of another way of doing it. So Daddy never met Dan, but I'm pretty sure he imagined Dan into being. There's actually a lot of gardening going on in this. The whole walled garden has a lot of gardeners.
Oh, fantastic.
I think the part that he'd really got on with the most was the chateau. So I can show you a bit of the chateau here. So our problem is, which style do we go for? Because we want a certain unity when it all goes up. And that is what is going to be really hard to do. Yeah, that definitely goes there.
Right.
We're cooking with gas now. Literally, this was above the gas cooker. Now we have a clue as to what my father wanted, because at the end of his life, he had one of his drawings digitized. Right. And this is the one that he chose to have digitized. Now the colors faded, he wasn't that happy with the blue. I don't quite like the fact that the pencil lines are showing like this, but he was delighted to see it on a tile. He was in hospital when this arrived.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so he saw this.
What's with the yellow?
I think I don't remember it being yellow when it first came out.
It's probably black that's been...
I don't know what happened there. But when he saw this, he said, I just want blue and white.
Right, okay.
So not like this, but yeah, he was really happy to realise it was going to be possible to digitise, because at first he was going to hand paint every tile. That was the plan.
Okay.
And it was only when he got very sick and he realised he wasn't going to be able to hand paint every tile that he had this made.
Right.
And he still thought he'd be well enough to complete it.
Yeah.
But he would be very, very happy to know that this was being done. And I love the thought of having this was the woods behind. That's why there's darkness there. But he hadn't really worked out the woods yet, as you can see.
Right.
So I'm not too sure what style we need to
fortunately,
pick out for that.
Lots of artwork in this house to reference. And you said there's almost 300 or over 300 of these?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot.
What a challenge.
It really is. We have the entire chapel. We have the whole walled garden.
Wow.
It's huge. It's that entire...
So does it go over the old oven as well as the new? Okay.
Yeah. The entire area. Right. Here you see an interesting part between the two different ideas he had for water.
Right.
So he decided on this one. And then you'll see the rest of the water is all like this. So this was the finished water. But at the beginning he was thinking of having the trees reflected.
Right, okay.
And this obviously is one of the ideas for the forest. With darkness behind. Whereas in fact, I think he moved a little bit more towards sort of tree shapes.
Right.
Tree shapes within it. Okay. No. The forest is going to be our hardest bit, and maybe we just copy what he had and get rid of the... And so it's a work in progress, because it's going to be quite hard, I think. This is how my father worked. He would cut out shapes.
Yeah, well, I see that here as well, right?
Yes. And move the shapes around and see what worked.
I feel honoured to be able to finish this for him.
He was so happy. It's the vegetable beds.
That's what I was... Yeah.
There you go.
It's the vegetable garden. Yes, and then you see the gardeners. You can see where there's little places where he's got sellotape. The gardeners get placed in that. And we've got a lot of gardeners. So here, we'll have to actually create the tiles out of what we've got, which is in fact just one big area.
Yes, of course.
There's the original one that my father chose. And you can see on the original one, it wasn't yellow. There was no yellow in there.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's something to do with the printing.
Yeah. And the idea is we're going to be printing on tile, right? That's the...
Printing onto tile.
Right.
I think I found the maypole dancers. Here's a maypole. My father loved maypoles. Okay. But I can just see these people are holding strings.
The strings, right, of course.
And they appear to be maybe dancing in some way, but they hadn't quite been placed in the right places yet. This is going to be a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh. There's another musician, as we'll go with his friends.
The characters are amazing.
He wasn't happy with the placement of his leg, so you can see. He just cut the leg out and moved it to where he wanted the leg to be.
No need to redraw it?
No.
That one's on paper?
No, that one's done. And we got the date on this one, the 26th of December, 2007.
Wow. I love his characters. They've got so much personality to them.
So much personality, yes.
For some reason, they remind me of Bruegel. A little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Like just the idea of a small village scene,
That's
these
right.
little personality-filled characters.
Yeah, there's just a lightness and a playfulness in Bruegel's characters.
Yeah.
And it sort of reminds me of that.
Look, the milkmaid has perfected the art of milking whilst reading.
The cow doesn't seem terribly interested in what she's doing with that, right?
Milking 101.
The juggler. He's going to go on to the next tile.
Oh, awesome. Oh, someone picking apples.
Sword fight happening here. They look quite cheerful about it. I think that it's more of a practice than a duel to the death from the looks on their faces.
It's like fencing.
Yeah, fencing. Very grumpy looking nun. Furtive is the only word to describe her.
Can we see her?
Yes, a furtive nun. I think she's hiding all of the chapel silver under that habit.
Yeah.
She looks like a Prudence. Right?
Prudence the nun. So indeed, I've hit the chapel section because these are all of the religious figures around the chapel.
Right. There was
door.
one other that I'd seen. This one as well.
Yes, he's
Praying.
So he hadn't finished the front of the chapel. That's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Yep.
To get that in a kind of semi-stylized way. Oh, an angel can float around up there. Oh!
Is he a little shit? He's really cute.
He's really great.
So I think the key is to get this all into some digital files that can then be placed together, and then we can go through the process of making them consistent. So if we've chosen a style, and I agree with you, I think the shaded style works really well.
Yeah.
Then just working through them to make that happen. I mean, there's a great deal to work with here, so that's fantastic.
You can see why I think this is such a big job, though.
It is. It's not going to be a quick one, that's for sure. But it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I feel it's something that we'll be adding to the chateau that I think will be here for a very long time.
I think so too. I think it'll become part of the fabric of it.
I've got all cooks together here. There we have the chef.
Looks nothing like Marie.
The worry is that seems to be what happened once this man caught that chicken.
Ooh.
Poor little thing.
Yes.
I love the expression on that one that you just picked up there, the milk carrier.
But, yeah, he should go near the milkmaid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking at the milkmaid.
I think he
There you go.
probably is,
Yeah,
knowing
she's
my
reading
father.
She's reading a book and he's checking her out.
We're just putting everything away now, and we found this photo that my father had obviously taken, and you can see how he was working in the kitchen. He was just working on the old original tiles to get an idea of where the tiles would be and sketching out. So we have instructions from Beyond the Grave. Here's a man and a chicken, but behind the man and the chicken it says birds need 2 or 3 more chickens equaling 4 or 5 altogether.
Right.
Game birds in woods, grouse, partridge, pheasant, quail. Fairly certain he hadn't got around to making any of those.
Right.
So again, do we make them, do we not make them? How much of a collaboration is this, or how much is this what he had done? These are all decisions that are valid either which way. We just have to decide which route we're going. This is really, really exciting to me, Steve. To be working on this. You think you'll enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it will absolutely be a challenge, but you know, the joy of being able to bring something to life that is so precious to you to begin with, and is so important to the house, I think is going to be really exciting. So I'm very excited to be part of the process here.
Thank you so much. Really, really happy.
I will do my best to bring it justice.
This is a very precious box file. Good luck with it. I know that this is going to be weeks and weeks.
Yes, it'll take some time, but we will get there in the end, and it will be spectacular.
And maybe we can show you some progress as we go along, and why we're making the decisions that we're making.
Yeah,
involve you all.
I'll look down the stairs, I'm sure.
Has the moment truly arrived? It has! Thank you so much.
But
Wow.
I would recommend not to have the entire thing because it's almost time
Too
for
sweet?
dinner. No, time for dinner. So
Oh.
maybe you can give it a bite if you want, and then save it for the set.
as well. Okay, I'll have a little bite now.
All right.
Thank you
Let me
so
know
much.
what you think.
How was your run?
Tough.
Yeah, but at least you're feeling super smug now, right?
Yeah, and we finished. So yeah.
Well done.
Thank
I am
you.
so impressed. Every other day, Natty goes with Matty.
Yeah, she takes me. Let me know what you think.
I will do. Thanks.
Bye.
Here we go. Not too much, Natty said, but it looks so good. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to stop at one piece. That is delicious. There is no way I'm stopping at one piece. Who needs a fork? I'm just going for the whole thing. I just want to show you the magical view from my new office. It's the most beautiful evening. I think the cows think so too. It feels unreal. And just imagine how it will be in the future with the lake back too. I could just stand here listening to the bird song for hours. I'm filming you. Hi.
Why?
It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful. I feel very, very lucky to be able to sit here working, listening to
I'm
that.
quite literally waiting for the premiere to start. And you said you didn't mind me playing a little bit, but...
No, I love it. Of course I don't mind. I love it.
Oh, just send them back.
Oh, you're not sending them back.
Just send them back.
Just in time for your last night, Andy. You won't leave hungry. Have you got? These are the eggs that didn't arrive in time for Easter.
Wow, I can't
Oh, Skittles.
Cadbury's cream egg.
Yeah.
I'll have the Skittles.
Skittles.
Right, to your right hand. That one, yes.
There you go. Right, there we go. Skittles.
The button chocolate egg.
Button
No shell?
Button chocolate egg, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Anyone
for me
else?
too.
Button,
Yes, yes.
button chocolate egg.
Oh, wow.
Malteser egg.
Oh, those are the British Maltesers.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The best.
Yeah, right, the Maltesers.
Is there
Thank you very much.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, the North American ones aren't as good.
Galaxy caramel mini egg. We've got a Smarties egg.
Happy
Wow.
Easter. A little bit of delay. Let's hide this in the woods now.
Midnight egg hunt.
What's that?
It's a Cadbury's cream egg. It's iconic.
Oreo, I love
You're
Oreo.
probably completely allergic to it, but
Oreos.
it's iconic. Natty.
I'd love that.
Countries.
Natty and Philip wanted us to send this all back to England.
We've got so much chocolate and sweets from Chateau de Chateau. That, like nothing we can eat in a lifetime. And now I'm like, I'll have the Skittles, I'll have the Haribo.
I just want to see these two blondies eating all this.
Right?
Might be about to. Oh. Cheers, Matty.
It's wrong in such a good way, though.
Cheers.
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 How many different ways of
Yeah.
eating the Cadbury's cream egg?
Yeah, what's your way?
Well, it's biting the top and then scooping it out with your tongue.
Yeah, that's exactly how I do it. And you were not going to do it. Right?
I tend to go I actually bite the side
Yeah.
rather than the top.
What?
Get a bigger hole that way.
So I eat a Cadbury's cream egg over 2 days.
Are you going to keep it aside? Look, she's putting aside chocolate.
And there we go.
I mean, you turn into your mother every single day more and more. I just say,
That will be delicious.
it's quite enough for today.
So Natty has been really lovely and has got big boxes to give the extra chocolates that I got away, because there's no way that we could possibly finish all of these. No. So we're going to take them to the local mairie, because we know there's a food bank in Limoges, but we can't go there in lockdown. And we're hoping that the local mairie will know if there's any institutions around here or people that could use these. So all of this is going to the mairie.
And we've also kept some chocolates aside to put into the B&B rooms, so that
excellent.
we can have a little note of it, like spread the love or something like that.
Spread the love, everyone can share the chocolates.
Right?
That's fantastic.
And I must say that Dan, Matt, and Marie Popin, and who else? Bernard.
They're all getting boxes too.
Yeah, they
Excellent.
receive boxes too.
Fantastic. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
I know, I've seen it. It's beautiful. I love the colours.
Yeah, but this is the one you were working on in the corridor. And it is stunning.
Yeah, and now it's finished, yes.
Can I touch it?
Yes,
It's okay.
of course.
Look! Chambre de Roger. Wow. It's amazing how you capture the rooms.
Right?
It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I absolutely love them. Oh, and Paris.
This is
The most recent one, right?
that was the most difficult one.
With the wallpaper.
I've seen the rug. Yeah, that's my favourite
curtains.
bit.
Yes.
But the bed. I think the bed is so beautifully captured.
Well, actually, I said my favourite bit is the rug because of the colours.
Yes.
However, even the look on the door.
The little look on the door. And also the reflection in the mirror of the wallpaper.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the room that you were in, Bonne Maman.
And more mama.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Philip asked for me
Stunning.
to draw this differently than the other drawing you saw first.
Yeah, because it was a different material.
Material. Yeah, this is watercolor and the other was gouache.
It's beautiful.
Right?
Andy, I love them. I absolutely love them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. And for me, what I like, that's like these two.
Yes.
Because they have more contrast.
Yes.
This is more all gathering, more
Yes.
everything together. But here is more
I love them all, actually.
dark and lights. Yeah.
I'm not even sure I have a favourite, which is very unusual for me.
They're all your favourite. It's not that unusual for you.
Okay. Yeah.
I think in terms of the colours, probably this one.
Yeah, maybe.
But in terms of the room, because of the bed there, this one. But I don't know. I love
That one too, yeah. Well, this one was for me the most challenging. Yes, challenging. Because, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
If here only bed, a chair, and a cupboard.
Yeah, wardrobe.
A wardrobe.
I really loved the special Easter ones that you made for us.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes. Amazing how people react on
We had so many downloads. It was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. But personally, I like the interior ones even more.
More than
Yes. I'm
because
so
you
drawn to
style them.
Yeah, it's the bedrooms here, and I love the bedrooms here. Yeah. Thank you for doing these. We're going to miss you very, very much, Andy. Please hurry back.
I will.
Good.
Hey, Marie.
See you next time. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want? Yeah.
I don't like it when people leave. I don't like it at all.
You came back.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything.
Yes.
See you soon, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It takes a long time to leave this house.
Absolutely. Nobody leaves without hugs.
A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadeland, Ether, Alice, Alan, Dan, Banda, Wailing, Banshee, Brian Barnard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice Ned Borkowski, Cara Butcher, Paulina Calabra, Chloe Chalakani, Lindsay C. Chelton, Stephen Sarah Cole, Zoe Dork, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline First, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Hallbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David and Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes, Priscilla Paula Hubler, Brian Kelsey and Phil Burnt, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lepine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Joanne Morton, Kathy Norrie, JC Ward, Maureen Palmer, Teresa Sloan, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Laurie Siebert, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, Anne the Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whitaker, Linda Viest, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Cockapoo, Greg Wood, David Young, and Ludovico Ordonazzo. And thank you to all of you.